Let me tell you about the 2018 Honda Accord. The sophisticated interior and the upscale styling, you could say it's unexpected, certainly since I drove the Honda Accord for my first job around upstate New York looking for my first TV gig. And it looks nothing like the Honda Accord that you will see at your local Honda dealer right now that Accord is calling its most impressive Honda to date. And then inside, the sophisticated interior, the leather shift knob, ventilated front seats, available leather heated and ventilated front seats, the leather-wrapped steering wheel, the standard dual-zone climate control. That wasn't in my Honda Accord then either. You know what was in the Honda Accord was a tape deck. That's what I had. I had a tape deck and my own alarm system that I was able to put in there. Everything is incredible. The wireless trim, standard on all trim is the standard Honda sensing as well that helps keep you safe from points A to B. So check out the new Accord at your local Honda dealer.
That was actually my mom's first car. Our first car was a Honda Accord.
Is that right?
It was a station wagon.
A station.
But
Reggie Bush here.
It also had a cassette player in there as well.
What were you listening to?
My mom always listened to like Earth, Wind and Fire.
Now that's something else.
Yeah, she was old.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah. So those are like all my fondest memories is going to school in this it was a red station wagon.
Reggie Bush here on the Rich Eisen Show. Good to see you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
So what's going on with you?
Oh, not much.
Not much?
Not much.
So let's talk about this, and then we'll move on to football and other stuff. And obviously your charity weekend that I want to get a whole bunch of people interested in and raising funds and having a good time with you.
Yeah.
So you sued the
Los Angeles Rams. They were the St. Louis Rams at the time.
So you sued the Rams?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Because why?
Well, so if you saw the play, the slip and fall that I had in 2015, November 1st, I slipped and fell on concrete as you're watching right here. And, I'd never seen concrete before in a stadium that close to a football field. And so I ended up tearing my lateral meniscus, ended my season. And I subsequently really ended my career because as you know and understand in our league at the professional level, perception is reality. And a lot of the times the perception is that when a player has a significant injury, he will not come back to be the same athlete as he was before. So I went to Buffalo. I missed free agency period, signed in August. And, I was really promised a lot by Rex Ryan and the Buffalo Bills and the GM at the time. They wanted me to split time with Shady, kind of to take some of the load off of him to keep him fresh throughout the season. Carlos Williams was suspended, and they didn't think he was going to be available that season, which he ended up not being. So I was the number 2 guy, and then they also wanted me to return punts and do some stuff as a receiver as well. After week 3, our offensive coordinator got fired. It was Giro. And then, as you know, Rex Ryan got fired as well throughout that season. So whatever I was promised just went out the door somehow, some way. I never got on the field, never really got a chance to see the field. They never used me, and I literally sat on the bench.
So if you had gotten the chance that you thought you deserved in Buffalo, would you still have sued the Rams?
I don't know. I'm not sure because, for one, there should never be concrete surface next to a football field when you have football players playing with cleats and it's extremely slippery. It just doesn't make sense to me. So stuff like that, we have enough to worry about. Well, I say we, I'm not playing anymore. Sure. But, the players have enough to worry about, on the field within the lines. And when you have stuff like that makes the game that's already dangerous, even that more dangerous, that's not okay because player safety should be first and foremost.
So a judge ordered the Rams to pay you almost $12.5 million bucks. The jury did.
The jury did.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a jury trial and everything.
Yeah, it was a jury trial. Yeah.
Okay.
We never thought it was going to make it to trial. They obviously saw it different. We actually wanted to settle out of court. And this is what's crazy. You're not going to believe this. The judge, during the trial, recommended to them that they should settle the court. Our attorneys, their attorneys told them, whoever the insurance adjuster was, they said that we would never pay you more than $1 million. So I said for $1 million, you can just keep that. I'd rather try it and see what happens. So 2 days before the final verdict, we were in negotiations to settle out of court. I said the lowest I will go is 3.7. They said, we'll never pay you anything that starts with a 2 or a 3. And I said,
so did you say, how about 4? Did you say that as an answer then?
No, I said I was at 3.7.
No, I was about to say, you say we'll never pay someone 2 or 3. And then,
so
okay,
I was like, all right, if the judge tells you should settle out of court, then you know what I mean?
So now there's a 12 in front of it. Where does this stand then? I mean, are you going to get a check, you think?
Yeah, I'm going to get something. No, I'm getting a check for sure.
Okay. So are they? Where does it stand? Are they appealing or something like that?
They'll probably appeal, but in order to appeal, you have to have grounds to appeal. And in this case, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's 12, 15 different camera angles that saw my slip and fall on the concrete. So what are you appealing? You know what I mean? So,
Reggie Bush here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, let's take a break. We're going to take a 60-second break. Come back. I want to talk to you about some football.
Yes, sir.
Lamar Jackson. This is fascinating to me.
Me too.
How it's playing out in Baltimore.
Yeah.
2 quarterback set is kind of what they're calling it right now, which is fascinating to me, how that's all playing out. I want to get your 2 cents on that. Also talk about the Reggie Bush charity weekend as well.
Sounds good.
Okay, that's with Reggie Bush. And by the way, you also, I think we're going to do this with Reggie.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Because it's a Friday, a fun Friday into the weekend.
Yes.
We have a competition that we frequently do here.
I love competition.
Okay. Well, I think you're going to be, I think, the phone a friend in this.
Okay.
Is that I'm going to say the name of either a player that's participating in the World Cup or it's the name of a pharmaceutical that you can get.
Okay.
And it's called Player or Pharmaceutical. These guys are going to try and guess which one, and you will be sort of the lifeline.
Okay.
Help on that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Reggie Bush. This is going to be a lot of fun. At Reggie Bush on Twitter. Reggie Bush back here on the Rich Eisen Show in 60 seconds. All right, Reggie Bush is back here on the Rich Eisen Show, and always great to see you, man.
Yeah,
always great to see you. So the Reggie Bush charity weekend, let's get to that. Black tie dinner and a comedy show. That's on Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
Also part of the dinner.
Oh, part of the dinner.
This is all it's all one.
Okay.
Yep.
A golf tournament and a VIP party on Saturday.
Yes.
And it's in San Diego, California. And you go to reggiebush.org to get tickets.
Yes.
And that's on the 22nd and 23rd, so next weekend.
Yeah, we had a good group of guys coming out. Tora Owens is going to be there, who's also recently been in the news.
So he's coming.
He's coming.
He's
yeah.
coming.
Yeah,
he says coming.
100%.
And he's coming.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the party situation?
You're not coming. You're not invited.
Just a small turn up.
Just because you're a plus one. Just because
I was asking for TO because
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, asking for TO.
Okay. So T.O. is coming.
Maybe that might be where he celebrates the Hall of Fame induction.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
What'd you think of that?
I would have liked to have seen, me being a fan of T.O., I would have liked to have seen him go to the Hall of Fame and put aside whatever built up, aggression or whatever built up resentment he may have towards people or towards the Hall of Fame, and really just enjoy the moment for what it is, because I understand that maybe he probably should have been a first ballot, right? And when you look at that versus other players that got in on the first ballot, I would have liked to have seen T.O. go there and accept the Hall of Fame speech, just because I'm a fan. And as a fan, I want to see one of the best receivers of all time go and, see his statue get enshrined, do the whole deal, man. I thought that would have been special.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't know.
I don't
It's
think he's
definitely
going
not
to
gonna
reverse
happen.
course.
Knowing
right?
T.O. he's serious about what he said. So
Landon Donovan going to be there too. Ronnie Lott, who I love.
Yeah.
Man. David Justice.
yeah.
And so and this is in support of your foundation, or what's it in support
We
of?
got Dennis Haysbert's going to be there.
Nice. He was just here last week.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
Nice. He's
President
actually a really
Palmer.
good golfer too.
I know.
I golf with him.
Man.
But yeah, we had a good group of people that's coming out. So
Okay.
it's going to be fun.
reggiebush.org. Get tickets. Go and hang out with everybody right there. Lamar Jackson. How good do you think he can be?
Yeah, I think skies are the limits. I think, I think he has obviously the athleticism is the one thing that jumps out at you right away. But if he can become a mature pocket passer, that's dangerous, because you match the athleticism of him with, being that pocket passer. And I talked about this yesterday because, for quarterbacks who are that athletic and who take off and run, as you know, at the professional level, it's only a matter of time before you get injured, right? And you look at Carson Wentz, as great of a season he was having last year, it just took that one time for him to take off and run, and he was out for the rest of the season. I thought Russell Wilson has done a great job because he gets down, right?
He does. He's got a sixth sense even in the back of his head sometimes.
He gets down.
Yeah.
And so if Lamar Jackson can understand that aspect of running, that you have to get down and live to fight another day, and then become this really, really mature pocket passer, he's going to be special.
Well, in order to do that, you've got to get the reps. You got to be the starter.
Yeah.
To get the reps pretty much.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to work in 2018 because this offense needs to have that kid on the field.
They do.
Period.
They do.
End of story. So what do you think of this 2-quarterback set idea that they're talking about?
I don't think it's going to work. I think there's already bad blood when you drafted him, especially for Flacco. So I don't think it's going to work because that when he gets in a game, it's going to be, this option read deal. And then what if he starts to do really well? Then what does that say for Flacco? How does that affect him and his playing time? So we've never seen that happen at this level. We've always seen it at the college level. And I don't think it's going to work.
So, I mean, even if Flacco takes the snap, shotgun, let's just say that, all right, and Lamar Jackson is standing to his right.
Yeah.
They apparently want to call that a 2-quarterback set. Don't call him a running back, even though they might flip him the ball. And on occasion, maybe he'll throw out of that. I mean, that's the idea, is that maybe, just maybe, they're going to have some idea that Lamar will throw out of all of that. But like Antoine Randall L. That's the idea. Like some whacked out stuff might come out of Baltimore this fall.
Yeah, but then you're putting him at risk because if he takes off and runs, now you're putting your first-round draft pick at risk of injury.
Or you get a touchdown or a first down.
Or you get a touchdown, but that's the risk-reward, right? Like what – and you have to play the percentages of the risk-reward. Like what's more important? Is it more important for us to give Lamar Jackson the ability to be on the field and risk him getting injured by running him, or do we want him to start to mature as his pocket passer to develop for later on? Because later on, what's more important? Is it the longevity? Is it, the next 10 years, the 10-year plan for Lamar Jackson? Or is it right now, let's get him on the field and use his athleticism, and then you know what the risks are.
Then let's get into a little bit of real talk then, because you know what it's like to be in a practice, and you know what it's like to be in a locker room.
Yeah.
Let's say that Lamar starts doing stuff on that practice field. He's already done it maybe this week, and in training camp, and he's doing it then, and then out comes Joe taking his reps, and it's just the usual offense without Lamar on the field. Yeah. Do guys talk to each other and start saying what's going on?
Of course they do. And listen, if Joe Flacco doesn't play well, and he's had some struggles these last few years, I think, to say the least, and then Lamar Jackson starts to show signs, and there's already the writing's kind of already on the wall. But if Flacco starts to struggle a lot, I think that we can definitely see Lamar Jackson a lot earlier than we were expecting.
Reggie Bush here, a couple more with you. What do you think? Do you think LeVeon Bell should be paid like a wide receiver?
I think Le'Veon Bell should get paid as a playmaker. And I don't know, because there's no category for playmakers. So, having been through this, I know what Baltimore's trying to do to him. They only want to pay him running back market value.
You mean the Steelers, obviously.
I mean,
no, we were just talking Baltimore. No, that's
the Steelers. But he's more than that. He accounts for 49% of that offense. So it's Antonio Brown and it's Le'Veon Bell, and that's it. So they want to pay him as a running back market value, even though he splits out wide and he plays receiver. I mean, he does it all for them. So unfortunately, because we don't have guaranteed contracts until we get those, it's the players don't have as much leverage. But I think he should get paid as an athlete, a running back and receiver. And I don't know how that works out when the numbers on the business side, but, I had the same issues, when I was playing for, the Saints, and because I was using a lot of different ways. So I wanted to be paid like I was using a lot of different ways and not just paid as strictly a running back, not boxed into this category.
How'd that work out for you?
It didn't work out. I got traded.
How do you think it's going to work out with Ingram in New Orleans right now?
Well, I know he wants a new deal.
Right.
And I know it's pretty hard to get a new deal when you're suspended for 4 games, So I don't know if he's going to get that deal. I hope he does, but it's not going to happen before the season. It probably won't happen until after the season. He will have to prove and show that, and play well this year to get that contract.
Okay, Reggie Bush here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, are you ready to take part?
I'm ready. Let's do
this
it.
New competition, this competition that you've never been part of before. Reggie Bush here on the Rich Eisen Show, playing hit the drum.
Player or pharmaceutical. World Cup
So is it a player's
edition.
name or pharmaceutical?
So
name?
I'm going to
Okay.
give a name: Chris Brockman and Mike Del Tufo. First to 3 wins. How about that?
3. Got it.
First to 3 wins, and Reggie Bush is here at any more
3.
point in time. Is there any music that you can play for this, Mike Del Tufo?
Or normal. Come
Okay,
on.
very good. I will name that. This is the name of a player that's participating in this year's World
Okay.
Cup, or a pharmaceutical that you
All
need to
right.
consult your doctor before taking. Okay. And Reggie
Is
Bush
it just Americans or
no, it's
it's
well, there are
anybody?
no Americans in the World Cup.
I mean,
unfortunately, that it's the entire World Cup field. Okay,
Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Prolia.
Pharmaceutical.
Pharmaceutical.
It's a treatment for osteoporosis in postmenopausal women. Wow. Who knew you knew your postmenopausal medicine?
It's a masking agent for the HGH.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No.
Jeez. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Number two. Farfan. Farfan. Is that a pharmaceutical or a World Cup player? Mike Del Tufo. You can ask Reggie Bush for help if you want.
Reggie, what do you think?
Is that a player or a pharmaceutical? Farfan.
I'm gonna say player.
I agree
Chris
with
Brockman.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Player,
Farfan is a forward for Peru. He can also play winger.
Thank you, Reggie.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Pavan. Pavan. Or Pavin.
Reggie, what do you think?
Is it Pavan or is it Pavin?
Pavin. Or,
Yeah,
or I don't know.
You asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, you putting pressure on me. I'm gonna say player.
You go with Reggie? What are you going to go, Mike?
I say player.
He's a winger for Argentina. He's your guy.
Argentina.
He's your guy.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So this we got to go to
Bonus time.
This is bonus time. You guys got 3 each. Okay.
Could end in a tie.
Proscar.
Have at it, Mike.
Mike Del Tufo. Reggie Bush is here to help. Proscar.
Oh man,
Reggie, what do you
Don't put the
think?
pressure on me again.
Proscar.
I don't have to, do I have to go with him if he guesses?
No.
Oh, go.
He's a
What do you
helpful.
think, Reggie?
What do you do?
I'm gonna say pharmaceutical. I feel like
I think it's a pharmaceutical.
Chris?
God, I think so too.
It's a treatment for men with enlarged prostates.
We're still tied.
Wow, this is like Kramer, on a tank of gas. It's still going. It's amazing. This is like Thelma and Louise. Wow.
All right, one
Okay. No, let's keep going. Hold on, let me put my glasses on for this one. This is not easy.
Oh, now we
Lossel.
Do I go? Or you?
Lossel.
Lossel?
Brockman's first, tied at 4 each.
I'm going to say player.
What do you think, Mike Del Tufo?
Pharmaceutical.
Lossel is the keeper for Denmark.
Oh, Brockman.
Congratulations, Chris
Very
Brockman.
lucky.
This is the all-time greatest edition of
Unbelievable.
Player Pharmaceutical.
Wow.
yeah.
Who? I'll give him that one. That was a.
I would have said player too.
Yeah, he's the
say player
keeper.
too.
By the way, we only got through half the list, so we'll do it again next week. World Cup's going to mid-July, and as we all know,
It is.
pharmaceuticals
You
aren't
guys
going
catching
anywhere.
games today? Some good ones on today.
Well, I mean, you're already fired up
Wow.
because is it still 1-0?
No, Spain scored.
So it's 1-1.
1-1 right now.
1-1.
Oh, nice. Spain
Okay.
and Portugal, right?
Spain and
Portugal.
Do you have a team? You have an adopted team?
Not
really?
I would cheer for the Americans, but we're not in it.
You have to wait till 2022 if we're lucky.
Wait, does
22.
Reggie want to pick a name out of a hat and join our contest?
That's just the 3 of us. We picked a name out of a hat to adopt a team. He chose freaking Argentina.
Oh, that's
Del
unfair.
Tufo chose Japan, and I chose Mexico.
The only issue with Argentina is they only have Messi, and they always rely
They
on
always
him
choke. Yeah.
to score all the goals.
Yeah, he's got to score the goal.
Always choking, just like you with our NCAA tournament
every
picks.
single
So
year.
you're like the Argentina of the Rich Eisen show.
I'll take that.
All right, call 844-204-RICH, number to dial. Reggie Bush is going to help me try and give away a putter when we come back. Call right now when we come back on the television side of things. I've come so close to giving away a putter. I really want to do it before the end of this show. Don't go anywhere. We're back with that and more in a moment.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.